we have seen a lot many things within the international realm backfire. Let's say it is not our position as a country, a third world country. We have the right to self-determination and democratically elected government, but we do not have the power or the prowess to maintain our freedom and impartiality when it comes to the grand game of great powers. And there's one remarkable thing I will say about the Indians, that they have maintained a balance of power, and they have balanced both parties, whether it was the USSR or the America, throughout their diplomacy. And our incompetent foreign ministers and foreign policy, which is very ill-advised, have led us to go down a rabbit hole of despair, of destruction. We have seen the alteration and manipulations of our economy to the extent that it has become exploitative. If we see what happened in the past few years, Mr. Khan took a step, let's say, to be neutral, but he wasn't allowed to be neutral when it comes to the grand international game. The same game India had played very well for years. Who is to blame? Who is to blame? What it comes with? Not only a coup d'etat, not only removal from power, but there comes other problems as well. More profound problems. These are the surface problems. It doesn't matter to the individual person that who rules or who doesn't rule. The person, to what extent they get their rights, and their economic rights, economic possibilities, which are genuinely recognized. Second generation and third generation rights. This is the very core of the issue. As long as we are not able to deal with our economic eclipse, as long as we are not able to deal with our failures of the economic front, all efforts to maintain peace, to maintain order, or maintain certain form of status in the state, a civilized state, will not exist. In this time, once political unrest and more deeply and more stronger than any revolutionary or whatever kind, it sees control. And how would those who are already in control will suppress them? By use of force, by use of violence, which we have seen. And then there are false flag things, false flag operations. There is a lot of felicity to divert the attention. And in the name of diverting attention, terrible atrocities have been done. And as we have seen, a very terrible sort of incident. Specifically, if we talk about the attack on the church, the minorities, to further excite the situation. But the question is, who is the author of this all? Who is authoring the entire collapse of our order, of our state, per se? Is it our incompetence, or is it a coincidence that, along with political turmoil, internal political turmoil, that comes packaged with financial destruction? You have seen people flee from the country. Millions, almost over a million in last year alone, have fled from this country, seeking places where there is better economic opportunity. Even those countries, let's say UK, which have by European or American standards, world standards, not doing so well. They are going through their own crisis. And one could put a lot of blame on, let's say, the pandemic and so on and so forth. But one have to look within one's ranks. How are we serving the country? Or what disservice we are doing to the country that resulted in that? A well-fed people will never oppose. We don't need to shoot people. We don't need to kill people who are well-fed. But it is those who are hungry, those who are starving, that will spill their blood because they are going to die anyways. And is it death or destruction is what we are premised towards or headed towards? Does it looks like with every passing day, uncontrollable inflation, the law and everything is crushed for the sake of maintaining an order. But whose order? Is it the natural order? Or is it something done at the behest of the great powers and those who seek to appease the great powers? Always having to demise. We have never seen a single country or state or statesman who have appeased the great power ever or something fruitful for his people. He always brought murder, mayhem, famine to his own people. So how long will we be able to take this? How many people will have to run before the running ends? Before everything is put together. And as we see, every passing day, more and more despair is present, and it's increasing, and it's alarming for everyone who's sitting with the order or against the order. It's time to think where we are taking it by abrogating the constitution, by abrogating all laws. For what? Not small gain, but in the end of the day, the gains you are playing for, or let's say those who are your superiors at this time, they might enjoy it. Those who you are being a puppet of, they would enjoy it. They might get the benefit of it, but when it comes for you to exploit, there would be nothing left. There were always conspiracies throughout the history against the great sultans, against the czars, against the Kaiser. What it ended up, all those close to them conspired against them, and in the end of the day, there is no empire left. Would there be no country left? Then we are going to look into the real problem. The only problem that we currently need to deal with, that could stop the unrest, that can stop the destruction of everything, is, I believe, economic. And that is tied with the political. And it is not through iron fists that things could be solved. It's through using rational mind, giving financial incentives to where the people deserve it, and that is through solving the economic problems rather than creating them. And we have seen the autocratic nature of this state, which has become more and more autocratic, and that hinges on corruption. And what is that? Hingement. Hingement, we see a lot of red tapes, and we have made everything within the state in the name of formality so unforgiving, difficult to do the right thing. To do the right thing is what is the most curtailed. To get the right thing